we already got the ticket.
Why can't we go now?
Oh.
Is this a blower gonna go?
Uh-huh, that's a nice one. Look how big the windows are.
And look at that little...
Location, we already collected your boarding pass. If, however, you have purchased at another location and have yet to turn a boarding pass into us, please have that out ready to present prior to getting on board. Once you are on board, you're more than welcome to go to the upper deck. The stairs are located in the back of the boat, and we do have 4 bathrooms on board the Trimaran. At this time, if you are still in the building, please proceed down the ramp through the doors marked boat boarding, and a crew member will assist you on board.
Oh, you sure are a cute lady. What's your name?
John.
Uh-huh.
You can go up and down if you want.
Uh-huh.
And then I do a scenery actually. And sit right over here.
About 8 feet, the soil dropped about 8 feet. It collapsed all the buildings. So there's no place called Portage. There's no post office or no city. Still we call it Portage, but there's no town of Portage anymore. Also, Girdwood had to be moved. Destroyed the town of Girdwood. The earthquake did and the tsunami that followed it. And so it had to be moved also. The lake you're on, if you've noticed it, it's kind of a strange color. I call it gun barrel gray. And the color is caused by the silt that pushed these mountains up. I wasn't here then, didn't see it happen, but I guess that's the way it happened. Anyway, you'll also see some white rocks laced through this other wacky rock. It's called gray wacky. Now, just think about that name. Wacky was probably the name of a person's name named this rock. I hope you brought some farm with the snows up there as long as it keeps melting. The snow's all gone, they'll dry up. We'll have 1 or 2 that runs all year because there's a lot of snow up there on the hill, and they'll keep running all year. The little icebergs you're passing here over on the left, you only see 10% of it. 90% of that ice is underneath the water. So that little piece of ice right there probably weighs about 10 tons. So these little icebergs you see are really pretty good sized chunks of ice, but you only see 10% of them above the water. You can see Portage Glacier coming into view now up on your right. And also look up the glacier and you can see the tributaries to it. There's actually 4 or 5 other glaciers that feeds this big glacier. And they all come off the mountains, join this glacier. That black stripe you see coming down the middle of the glacier there is because that first tributary up on your left there is sliding down the mountain. As it comes down the mountain, it's actually pulling dirt off the bank. And it'll pull that dirt over the middle of the glacier and it'll come all the way down the center there. We have pictures of this many, many years ago, and that stripe was there even then. The glacier spread ahead of us is Burns Glacier. This is still a good-sized glacier. It's about 4.5 miles up to where it forms up there at that highest mountain on your left there. That's a 6,000-foot peak. That's Mount Carpathia. And so it forms up there in that ice field, flows down the valley at about 17 inches every day. It actually moves farther about 17 inches every day. So it's not a fast-moving glacier. It's kind of a normal speed, I guess, for glaciers. Most of them will move anywhere from 9 to 20 inches. We have glaciers in this state, though, that moves as fast as 8 feet a day. Columbia Glacier, which is out in the Prince William Sound, is moving right now about 8 to 10 feet a day. It's dumping a tremendous lot of ice in the ocean. If you look up these valleys, you can see they're kind of U-shaped. Most of the valleys in this state were formed by glaciers, and so they're U-shaped glaciers. If they're shaped like a U, then they're formed by a glacier. If they're shaped like a V, they were shaped by a river. Here at these rocks, you can see how they're polished. I'm completely amazed at the power these glaciers have. You can see the grooves cut in there, those striations cut in there. You can see how it's polished this. We don't know how many times that glacier has moved down through this valley. We figure about every 6 or maybe every 600 to 800 years it may come down through here. We don't know for sure. But they're telling us that this lake is fast filling up with silt. It'll be like turning an arm originally, or sooner or later. Right now, turning an arm used to be just a real deep fjord that filled up with that silt. And now it's just full of glacier silt up to 900 feet deep. And this silt is filling up this lake. There used to be a place in here.
Portage Glacier on a boat.
Dollar.
No, I want to go closer.
You want to go over by Grandma?
No, I want to go over by Alaska.
Hmm?
I born in Alaska.
You were born in Anchorage. Same place where your doctor's office is.
Started